Gemini, welcome to a full moon reading for you guys for the week of February 10th. We have a full moon in Leo coming up. Self-expression, self-expansion, being totally fabulously dressed. What are like all the Leo stereotypes? Just being like the effing life of the party, being the absolute style queen, king, leadership, heart forward. We're gonna get a few cards for you and see what's going on for you guys this full moon and how you guys can best use the energy. Full moon energy is really great to work with 3 days before, 3 days after, kind of lasts for that span. So feel free to use this as you move through the full moon energy. And this week, I also put out a weekly forecast video every week, so you can check that out as well for more details about how this week is going to go, and how to work with the energy. Okay, Gemini, so how are you guys feeling? How are you this full moon? The star. Only my absolute most favorite card in the tarot. I just love the star. I love the vibe. I love the message. This is like light in the darkness. Oh, so sorry. If you're having a tough time, if you are having a dark night of the soul, if you're just a little bit confused, the star is here to tell you like there's a way through. You are being seen, you are being guided, you are being inspired. This could also, this also feels like being seen in a bigger way, Gemini. Maybe you're being recognized. You could also be chosen as the star. Have you been acting in plays recently? Or maybe you're like writing something or being recognized for something at work or chosen to really shine in whatever you're doing. It's like, wow, this is I haven't really seen the star card in a long time from this deck. It's kind of like you are fanning the flames of your passion and your desire through your heart and like the will of your hands, right? The chakras in our palms are direct shunts from our heart. So when we see that image of like a heart or, our something emanating from the chakra of our palms, it's really the work, our hands completing the work of our heart, which is such a beautiful metaphor actually for the Leo full moon and especially for you guys, Gemini, as like a sign already that's like so communicative and doing so much work like with your hands, with communication, with expression. So this is really beautiful, kind of doubles down on the full moon and Leo vibe and really taking it to the next level. So it's like you're really pouring your energy, your vitality, your thoughts, your mental capacity, your intellect into fanning the flames of your desire and the desire of the universe for you. I feel like it's this huge culmination and then like the universe is like flying up to meet you. Wow, I've never felt so much coming off of this star card before. So Gemini, if this is your moment, more so than like a light in the darkness, I feel like you are the light in the darkness, Gemini. This could really be your moment to shine. This could really be your moment to, even if it's like something like helping other people through the darkness. Like maybe you're coming into your own as a therapist or coming into your own as like a really good friend or coming into your own as a parent leading your kids, or coming into your own, like it doesn't have to be on the big stage of life necessarily. It could be a really big moment for you personally or internally. Ooh, amazing. Like amazing. Gemini, just congratulations. I want to give you like a standing ovation right now. For the feels off of that card and just for how well you're doing in this energy. What's been manifesting for you since the new moon? Since the new moon, what have you been bringing into your life? Ooh, girl. Speaking of manifestations, so the devil can freak people out, but it's really just a card about success in a way. Also addiction, but the devil gets a bad rap. But the devil card speaks to ways that we are like materially or like somehow in the 3D very successful. We're getting something that like we want in the short term, but that isn't very good for us long term. This could look like golden handcuffs, right? Being in a job that pays you a lot but sucks everything out of you. It could look like a loveless marriage, but you don't want to leave for whatever reason. This could look like addiction, absolutely, getting that instant satisfaction, but it tearing your body down over time, whatever it is. So what you have been manifesting since the new moon is really like a bigger awareness of what areas of life you are making sacrifices for. And when the devil shows up, it's always an invitation for us to say, are the sacrifices worth it? Is the security in this marriage or this relationship worth the deadening of my soul that I feel? That might be a little dramatic, right? But you get the idea. Is this paycheck really worth my time, my health, my relationships right now? Is this cigarette, is this drink, is whatever it is worth what it's doing to my body? So you've really been manifesting a lot, Gemini, and I feel like you really have been manifesting the seeing, really being present to how it's affecting your life. Let's see what else is coming up for you. I love the Devil card. The Devil card shows us how we want to lean into a choice, right? Do we want to choose to continue building materially in a way that costs us something? Like maybe the cost is worth it for a while, right? Like maybe you start a new job and for a while it is really important for you to like work overtime for a while, but you have an end date, right? You have an end date where you're like, okay, I mean, a lot of times it just doesn't work like that, right? Like you just keep bleeding yourself dry. But, you know, maybe you're like building a house, right? And then construction projects always take about 17,000 times longer than we think. But, you know, you're putting in the time. It's like you're working overtime, and then soon you'll be able to enjoy that for the rest of your life or for however long you have the house, right? So sometimes the trade-off is worth it, but the Devil card always shows up when we're being asked to look at the trade-off and to make that assessment and to call ourselves back to what truly matters to us in the moment. And if in the moment it's the sacrifice you want to be making, make it consciously and know that the Devil card is really showing you there is a cost here that's probably higher than you're assuming that it is. Okay, let's see. What would be helpful for you to let go of this full moon, Gemini? Ooh, okay, wow. You've been evading boundaries. You've been evading hard conversations. There's been ways that you don't want to stand up for yourself, or you're just trying to walk away from conflict or arguing or fighting that hasn't been comfortable for you to be in. You want to let go of any way that you're feeling not up to the task. You want to step into being courageous enough to have those hard conversations, Gemini. So you want to let go of any way that you haven't been able to show up in communication or in order to like set a boundary that you really need. It feels like passive aggressive, or not even passive aggressive, but just like, you know, sometimes it's easier to just like not engage. Sometimes it's easier to just like let go. Sometimes it's easier to just not say something. But if you're not saying something in the face of injustice, or if you're not saying something in the face of your own boundaries being crossed, you're complicit. Right? I'm going to say that again. This time and place, February 10th, 2025. If you don't say something in the face of injustice, or if you don't stand up to a bully, or if you don't stand up to a bully in your own life, someone who is like crossing your boundaries in any kind of capacity, if you don't stand up for yourself, you're complicit in the action that's happening. So you need to let go of any way that you're unable to or haven't been willing to step forward. And maybe this goes along a little bit with the Devil card, right? Like maybe you've been allowing something to happen, a behavior or like a benefit that's coming towards you because you don't want to stand up and say something. This is giving me family vibes. Like maybe like, you know, your dad-in-law or your dad is like giving you money, and it's like paying for this fabulous lifestyle, but you don't feel good about taking it all of the time because it keeps you dependent on your family, right? But you don't want to have the conversation because it would be really awkward and really uncomfortable, and it's just how your family does things. Whose dad is giving them money to pay for their lifestyle? It's not mine. If you know of an extra few dollars from a dad who wants to give it, just kidding. It's giving me like that kind of family vibe, right? Where it's like, okay, great, you're getting some kind of kickback, and it would be really awkward, or it would really change a dynamic to stand up and say something about it. But that is what you need to let go of this full moon. The fear of being seen, the fear of what that looks like on the other side of that conversation, right? It's only going to have you step into your full potential, into making that money on your own, and into really clear boundaries about being an adult with other adults in your life, where before there was a power dynamic. That's that one example, but take it as it fits. Okay, what is coming towards you? What can you be excited about? And what are you manifesting this full moon? Ooh, the Three of Wands. See, don't even worry about it because more opportunities are coming for you. Three of Wands is ships coming in, opportunities coming. you are full of like open doors. It's like, okay, great. Close that. When one door closes, another one opens. Close a window, 5 other windows open. I don't know why, I'm just trying to like make this better for you, Gemini, but it's so clear that like what you have coming for you are so many more opportunities. And I'm just like loving this hand image. Like it's not on all of these. I don't know, maybe it's not on every one of these cards. So it's like the work that you're doing, what you're able to accomplish, the actual tasks that you are doing in the world, or the work that you're doing specifically if you work with your hands, like that would be a really big message for you, like as a massage therapist or as someone who does body work, or if you're working construction, like something tangible, physical, like you are actually very much making a difference right now, or you're going to come into like some very big open doors and open opportunities with that skill set. They're here for you. They're absolutely here for you. And that's why there's this message that's saying like, you got to stand up for it. You got to set those boundaries. You have to like cut out whatever it is here that's not working, because if an opportunity is here, but you're not ready for it, it's like the most devastating, right? It's the most devastating to like not be prepared for something that's standing right in front of you. And you're like, oh no, like, okay, wait, hold on. Like, I'm going to go take that Excel course and I'll be right back. And it's like, no, sorry, you got to be qualified. We'll good luck next time. So take the Excel course or whatever it is. And really fabulous new opportunities are coming for you for this full moon. So watch out for offers, watch out for conversations or opportunities. You're going to be showered with them. I feel it. I feel it. Okay, overall message for you guys from this reading, the Sovereign of Swords in reverse. This is the Queen of Swords in reverse. It's not going to go the way you think it will. You got to let go of, you have to be in your heart and not in your head, and be very careful of the words that you do say. So when you do step up to have these conversations or to face conflict, Gemini, it's going to be especially important for you to choose your words very wisely, come from your heart. There's this saying in NVC Nonviolent Communication that is connection over correction. This is really a warning to you that says there's such good things for you here in this reading, and it's going to be essential for you to land in your heart and come from a space of connection than it is from fighting, or that it is from, saying things like too hastily or too fiery. And if you do, you will see massive transformation. The Queen of Swords can cut a bee down, right? So the Sovereign of Swords is like, she's here for the fight. She's clear. She's like not taking any BS. She's done this before. She's seen it before. She's been to battle. She knows when to pick up a sword and wield it real hard. And she also knows when to come in with a little bit more nuance. When it's upside down, we're dealing with the part of the Queen of Swords that isn't always stable or rational. And that can mean speaking up too much. It can mean cutting someone down. It can mean a very unkind thought. It can mean not being connected to our heart and just speaking from our logic, just speaking from our head. Truth, just for truth's sake, can be mean, right? So this is a beautiful warning for you, Gemini, to say, take into account every communication that you have over this full moon as you lean into new opportunities, as you stand up for yourself and kind of take back your personal power while you are shining in the light of the universe, doing God's work, whatever it is. You are really going to benefit from taking that love approach in your communication specifically. I want to say turn the other cheek, but I guess I want to say that. Turn the other cheek. All right, we'll get one oracle card here for you guys to chrome up the reading. Oh my gosh, Hearth. So sweet. And it's an 11. Okay, beautiful. So this is giving like real nostalgia vibes, like a lot of comfort vibes here. Family, lean into the goodness that's all around you. And it doesn't have to be family for you. It doesn't have to be kids or like a dog. It's like with this star card that's happening, with this energy that you're already in, this is such a message to double down on appreciating where you're at. Gemini. You could just be at this like really beautiful, lovely place in life. And if you're not, it's coming for you. Maybe family and dogs like are coming for you, you know, pets, or maybe this whole scene is something that you're like really manifesting right now. Either way, leaning into the appreciation for the good stuff in life, whatever that means to you, right? Like the magic of a warm fire in like this big house where you'd have these like crazy, huge, fancy like curtains, and like the big dog with the baby with the bow tie, right? Even if it's not your dream, the metaphor in all of this is like the cherry on the cake, right? The little bow tie on like this big chubby baby, and the classic like golden retriever dog, and like the comfy carpet, and like the magic emanating from the fire. So maybe for you, this dream is like a tiny cabin in the woods with like your own textile mill, and being by yourself by a babbling creek with like moon water, you know, like whatever it is to you. Lean into the nostalgia, lean into the feeling of how good it feels and how things are coming together to have you be like just feeling so good with where you're at. I feel it from this reading. There's just like a really good, yummy, satisfied vibe, Gemini. So happy full moon. Hope you guys have a fabulous week, and we'll catch you on the next one. Sending you so much love.